To fill in my eyebrows, I am using Dip Brow Pomade in Dark Brown by Anastasia. And first, I am going to comb my eyebrows or brush them using a spoolie. This is a disposable spoolie, so you can get these on Amazon for like $2 or $3, about 50 of them. Or you can get them in a brush. But I get the disposable ones because no matter how hard you clean these, they never come 100% clean. So I would suggest just getting the bunch of disposable spoolies is what it's called. Then using an angled brush. Nope, that's a large one. Then using a small angled brush. This is from Coastal Scents. Just going to get a little bit of product and start with the outer line of your eyebrows. So if you don't have a full eyebrow, then you want to map out your eyebrows first. And I did a full tutorial on YouTube on how to fill in your eyebrows. So check that out if you don't know how to fill in your eyebrows. And then without adding any more product, I just fill in right in there. After we do the eyebrows, I will go ahead and do the eyeshadow application. The reason why you want to start with your eyebrows too is one, because it frames the face, and two, if you don't have a ton of brow, you want to have almost like a area. You want to be able to know where you need to stop with your eyeshadow, especially if you completely change the shape of your brows. After you're done filling in, brush everything together. Oop, broke my spoolie, just like that. Okay. Time for the fun part, the eyeshadow application. Start with your primer. My favorite, NYX eyeshadow base in the color nude. Actually, it is ESB03. Flat stiff brush, and I'm only applying to the lid up to the crease. You guys are so quiet this morning. Funny. Eyeshadow's the hardest part. Why? Tell me why are eyeshadows the hardest part? Do you feel like you don't know what colors to use? Is it just difficult to apply? I'm interested to know, why is it the hardest part? Good morning, Ashley. Oh, brows. Oh, okay, got it. So using a happy early Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Eve, thank you. So using a angled brush, this is a fluffy angled brush. This one is the one I used yesterday. It's not from Coastal Scents, but I'm sure they have one. Trying to find the color that I wanted to use. Okay, so I'm going to choose my transition color, which you guys know I usually like to use. Well, remember when it comes to your brows should be sisters and not twins. So it's okay if they're not identical. Then if you struggle with, if you have any mess ups, like even though I filled in this brow is slightly thicker than this one. So when I go into my highlighting phase, I'm going to correct that. So I think I don't record this on Catch Me. I record it to my phone and post on my YouTube channel. So all the videos are posted on my YouTube channel, Deandra Giselle, and then it's under the category Periscope videos. So as I was saying, I would just keep practicing, but always if you mess up, you can correct it during the highlighting part of your makeup application. So the transition color is going to be this right here. I don't even think that one. Don't have the name. It's just a dark brown. And sweeping it back and forth. And I'm using a large blending brush from MAC. It's the 224 blending brush. Good morning, it's okay. First thing I put on are my brows. I fill in my brows. And then I start on my eyeshadow, and then I apply base. Thank you. Have a good day at work. After we apply the transition color, now I will use my angle brush, and today, I think I'm going to use, what color did I want to use here? Today I'm going to use, I think this burgundy tone. It's kind of burgundy. That one right there. Let's see if I like that color. So with the angle brush, what you're going to do is you're going to go right in the crease and you're carving out your crease. It was a transition color and it was like a lighter brown. Well, it was really a dark brown, but the thing about the browns and coastal scents, just a warning, is that the browns and coastal scents don't tend to be as pigmented as I would like it. You do have to work to get it there. But, yeah, it was a brown. So you are almost creating a sideways V right here. And I'm tapping the inner crease so I can get a little more pigmentation. And the other side. If you are a beginner at putting makeup and you don't have a ton of colors, I would definitely suggest getting this palette because this palette has almost every color. Now go back to your blending brush and blend the line up, because we don't want a harsh line right there. It's only a lengthy process right now because I'm talking to you guys and showing you guys and making sure you guys can see. But once you become used to doing this, it's not as long. When it comes to matching up colors, and I'll have to do a tutorial on that as well, but when it comes to matching up colors, I really just have fun with it. But there is like complementary colors that go together that you can generally do. But one of my rules are, if I do a bright color like on my lid, then I usually do a nude tone in my eyeshadow. So I usually keep it nude and matte in my transition color. So that's usually my rule of thumb. Okay, so on the actual lid, we're going to do a little bit of a shimmer, and the shimmer tone will be right here. Using a fluffy flat brush, tap it into the center of the V that you created. And the reason why we tap and not rub is because tapping gives you the most pigmentation of your color. And I'm actually stopping just before the crease. And I do want it to look more like a cut crease, like a softer cut crease. So I'm not going to blend in this line where those two meet. And going back to the blending brush, just going to define a little bit more. Yay! Yes, do your makeup. Honestly, I will say that before the show, I did not do my makeup every single day. I did my makeup like on the weekends, just because I would wake up early and have a whole bunch of stuff to do. Thank you. Don't forget, you guys can always send if there's a look you want to see. Maybe you see a celebrity or something that you like their makeup, you want to know how to recreate it. Be sure to, or you can email them to deandragiselle@gmail.com. Then of course, please tag me in the looks that you guys do on yourselves, or you can email them if you don't want to post them. Okay, and just because I want to switch up the color that's in the corner a little bit, I'm going to take a lighter shade right here and go right in the center. Oh, good. Let me know how the knockoff is. I heard a few companies have started making knockoffs of the Oh Wow brush, so I'm interested. Yes, I do use foundation every day. And on the days that I don't do makeup or I don't feel like having a heavy foundation, then I use a tinted moisturizer. I just put a lighter shade just because I wanted to, I don't know, kind of have a transition into the center color. So I just put like a neutral tone right in here. Now I'm going to do the eyeliner, apply lashes, and move on to the foundation and the contouring and highlighting. Those are my favorite parts of makeup application. I actually make my tinted moisturizer with my regular foundation and my moisturizer. So I use half my regular foundation and half my moisturizer, and it makes a tinted moisturizer. So I don't purchase tinted moisturizer. That's basically what tinted moisturizer is. So you can make your own instead of buying all of these different ones. Does that brighten? You're welcome. The corner, does it brighten the corner? No, it just gives the eyes, if we're talking about the color I added in the corner, it just gives the foundation. Oh no, it doesn't brighten the foundation or lighten it up. It just makes it a little more opaque. Like it kind of tones down the coverage of the foundation. Okay. I have to be quiet when I do my wing liner. I cannot multitask with that. I don't know why, but that's just how it goes for me. Yeah, Scotty is a mess. I know, it's quiet. Okay, I'm almost done and then I can talk. No, who's really quiet today is Chloe. Are you still on? Because Chloe's always on here. Chloe and Paige. Okay, the wings are on. Now we can apply our lashes. And I am not lining my bottom line just because it's personal preference, but if you like to, you are more than welcome to. The lashes that I'm using today are from Stardale Lash, and they are 247 long. That is one of my favorites besides 213s. and I just purchased my lashes from the beauty supply. These are the lashes I've been wearing all week, so I do reuse my lashes at least for a full week. And I try to place them on the frame so that they keep like an oval shape or a rounded shape, which makes it easier to put on. But it is important that before you reapply your lashes that you remove any previous glue. Start in the center and tuck the corners. And then sometimes you can squeeze them together, and you can also put mascara on to blend your lashes to the lash strips. The only trick to applying lashes is you have to make sure that your glue is tacky when you put it on. It did take me a long time to learn how to put them on myself. Like, I was better putting them on other people than I was myself. So trick number one is make sure your glue is tacky. Make sure you have a thin line and not a ton of glue on the lash. Otherwise, it takes it forever to be tacky, and then it just gets really messy. And then also putting it on at an angle. I'll show you what I mean. Putting it on at an angle helps you find your lash line. So putting it straight up like this, and you can use your fingers or tweezers is what I'm using. And when you place your glue on there, you want to make sure that you put your glue right on top. And that is how you apply your lashes. Now it's time for foundation. First, before putting on your foundation, you want to put a primer on or a foundation base. It's the same thing. And one of my favorites is Smashbox or Photo Finish by Smashbox. Using my Revlon Color Stay Foundation in Cappuccino and Caramel, mixing the two. Ooh, Paige is coming for your job, Scotty. Thank you, Paige. So I mix the two together, half and half, and just make sure it's nicely blended. Then using the Oh Wow brush, blend the foundation in. The Oh Wow brush, if you don't know what it does, it blends in your foundation by buffering it and making sure you don't get any streaks on your face all in one swoop. all in one try, and it's really soft. It feels good against your skin. Yeah, this brush is everything. You can just put your foundation on, like I usually always put my foundation on my hand first and then you can put your Oh Wow brush. The reason why I put it on my face first is because I'm mixing two colors, so I want to make sure that it's mixed good first. And I do that with if this is called a foundation brush, I do that with this brush. And the reason why is because the Oh Wow brush, because the bristles are so small, it picks up so much foundation. So if I would have mixed with my Oh Wow brush, what would have happened is I would have got like light here, dark here. It just wouldn't have blended, mixed well. So that's why I do it that way, but you can definitely just go straight to putting it on with your Oh Wow brush. For the highlight, I'm using concealer, and it's LA Pro concealer in the color Toffee. And if you don't know where to buy this, you can definitely buy it on Amazon, and they have like 3 for $8. So this is a step where you can fix your wing liner if you feel like one is thicker than the other. This is where you can fix your eyebrows if you made any mistakes there. Oh, who is it from? LA Pro Concealer? NYX? Okay. LA Pro Concealer has a lot of different colors. If you don't know what shade you are, I want to say, is it Ulta? One of these stores sells LA Pro, girl. Or you can always swatch it out. I didn't get what that said. Concealer is actually used after foundation if your foundation is yes, it's tribal time. If your foundation is liquid or cream. The only time that you would use, actually 2 times that you would use concealer first is if you're correcting. So if you have really dark circles, you would use a corrective concealer in orange or red, and you'd use that before your foundation, or if your foundation is powder. Because if you do your foundation first, it's not going to highlight those areas. It's actually just going to blend right into your foundation. Yes, not blending in the highlight, not blending it away. What you do to stop you from doing that is you're actually going to blend the outer side first. So you're going to make sure that you don't have any harsh lines. Blend that into your skin. And if you don't have a beauty blender, you can use a brush, but you need to have a really, really, really soft hand when you're doing that. And then also with your beauty blender, same thing. You are supposed to tap lightly, but you don't need to tap as much in the center, meaning in these areas. You're mostly making sure that you have no harsh lines. If your highlight tends to look too ashy, that means you may have the wrong highlight color or the wrong concealer color. You want to take it a shade down then. And make sure that it is a cool tone concealer. I mean a cool tone. Make sure it's a warm tone concealer, because sometimes we can pick up the wrong, or if you go into the store, they give you the wrong color concealer. So make sure that it is the same tone as your foundation. My sponge is dry. There's nothing on there, but I didn't put any product on there. Before we move on to the contour, we are going to set everything. I use 2 different setting powders. I use translucent, which is from RCMA. NYX has a good translucent one as well. And you just want to tap on your translucent powder. So in the highlighted areas, especially underneath your eye, you want to tap it, not rub it on. And that's because you really want to make sure that it sets your concealer and not crease. A cleanser, some sort, to fade. There's a lot of different fade creams that you could use. Oh no, I spoiled you. Dana, I hope you had a good time at your concert last night. What was I saying? When it comes to, there are fade creams and things like that. The only thing I don't like about fade creams is sometimes they'll have like some type of lightener, some type of bleach or something like that. I prefer to just correct it and get a good, skincare regimen. Also, if you see a esthetician, sometimes there's treatments you can get, but to be honest, I really don't like the fade creams to use things like that. I wouldn't suggest it. Which one is it? Oh, the Clinique one? Now that you've let the powder sit underneath, wipe it off. Oh, okay. Good to know. Thanks for sharing, Paige. Will you tell us what the exact name is if you remember? I love that you guys are sharing information with each other. Time for the contour. Using an angled fluffy brush, And I'm using the palette that I always use. It's by City Color Contour Effects. Around the hairline. Then using the bronze tone in the palette, blend the line on top. If you struggle with your contour being crooked on your nose, a smaller brush, I usually, on clients, I'll use a smaller blending brush, and that tends to be better. So you could use a brush like this, or, where's my other one? A brush like this, if it's better for you. Okay, let's do the blush and the highlight and move on to the ombre. That was Fever by MAC. Okay, so ombre, I told you guys I am in love with ColourPop right now, so I'm going to use these two colors from ColourPop. And it is Tulle and Clueless are going to be the two colors. And I'm going to line the lips first with Chestnut. Kind of blend it first. Quit telling my business, Scotty. So for ColourPop, since it dries matte, you are just going to put it on like normal, but you have to move a little quicker. Then Clueless. Chloe tuned in for a moment. I'm not sure where Chloe went today. She might have. Thank you. Blend, blend, blend. That is the key when it comes to doing your ombre lip. You have to make sure it blends. One of these days I'm going to get Scotty to come on here and do the makeup. I'm going to keep working on them. So that concludes the makeup look for today. Wait, Dana, you had 3 colors? You had on 3 colors the other day? If you have a picture, I want to see it. So that concludes the makeup look for today. Tomorrow, I still don't know what look I'm doing tomorrow. I'll do better and plan them out next week. But tomorrow I'll do something fun because it's Thanksgiving and something that you guys can... Go ahead, Dana. She's super creative. A fun look that you guys can have for Thanksgiving. I'm reading your comments instead of talking to you guys. This will be posted on Instagram and on Facebook, so be sure to, if you haven't already, find me on Facebook and Instagram, Deandra Giselle on all social media. This look and all the other periscopes are posted on my YouTube channel, which is also Deandra Giselle under the category Periscope. Also, there are, if you have any topics, questions, inspirational pics that you want to send me, thank you. Inspirational pics that you want to show me, you can email them to deandragiselle@gmail.com. Lastly, let's see, what else did I have to say? Oh, lastly, Love Yourself Gab Fest. Be sure to let us know if you are interested in attending. If you have any topic ideas or anything at all related to Love Yourself Gab Fest, please email at loveyourselfgabfest@gmail.com. So without further ado, I will see you guys tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I know some of you guys will be cooking. I will be waking up even earlier than that to cook and stopping to do makeup and then going back to cooking. So you guys have a great day. Enjoy your day. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bye, guys.